Alright guys, we're gonna watch the 7th and 8th episode of the Apothecary Diaries. The series recently really started to stretch its legs and show off how in-depth these stories can be. So I feel like now I'm in it now. What's sometimes difficult about doing anime reactions, especially to shows where you know nothing about it, is that you have no time to really process anything. I think I've been shown just enough to really start to understand the formula, where all the characters are coming from, and ways in which the story can expand. But guys, feel free to check out my YouTube memberships. They're only $1 and you get early access to episodes like these and also the edited versions too. Oh, we're getting some backstory here. Yeah, we have to visit that again. What are you talking about? I do that all the time. Wonder if Jinshi's gonna have some rivalry. Oh, I thought this guy was the other guy that was giving her the hairpin from the other episode. It's my fault. Fingerprints. That was not nothing. Interesting. We're bullying her, but we're not trying to kill her. That's a good point. Yeah, ladies in waiting tend to match a little bit. So she does not have good friends. Yeah, because we were bullying her in order to make her eat something she couldn't. So maybe we did know that she was allergic to it. That's a pretty in-depth situation there. I wonder why they're trying to bully her though. I don't feel like the explanation was in there. I wonder who that's from. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with all these details. There's like so much going on. What? So we got a little bit of freedom now. That's all I could think about. No, you should take her out. I took it into the brothel. That's awesome. And you know they got her back too, so. Better do it. I mean, I'm assuming it means some sort of like status, like they're a couple or something. It's really good music. Oh my god. That was very anime-esque, getting like the timing of the punch and the spitting out of the spit. That's good. He's getting his payment. She doesn't really know anybody else. Yeah, cities are weird like that. You could be at like a really high-class joint and then one block over there's just homeless people everywhere.
おう、おかえり。遅かったね。
Like nothing ever happened. It's kind of weird that he's like really relaxed about this. Like, hey, I got kidnapped.
高級とは因果だね。
Yeah, that was a really big info dump in regards to the poisoning event. I guess we're still trying to find the person who poisoned the food, but it's a complicated situation behind all that too. Like there's inner turmoil within groups. I would like to know why that concubine was being bullied. So that must mean we did know that she was allergic to those foods. I don't know if that was clearly stated in the episode prior. I feel like it wasn't. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt because she was also kind of reacting in like her reaction makes sense now. I kind of took it as kind of like how previous characters were reacting, like they were freaking out because they didn't know any better and they didn't want to do that. But now looking back, it now looks like while they were freaking out, they were freaking out for a different reason. But the lady in waiting wasn't trying to poison her like that. But then Maomao did kind of point out, even though this isn't poison, if you're feeding someone food that they're allergic to, you could still kill them that way. That's also kind of considered poisoning. So yeah, it's very complex. There's like a lot of like these little details in just the situation that I just went over. Hopefully I got all that right. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump on to the next episode. I think it's kind of interesting that this look for Maomao, it's almost like being treated like a superhero costume in a way, because we got to see her look like that for a moment, but it's not her main look either. Wheat stalks, which we are allergic to, right? So I wonder if that has some deeper meaning.
もう年も年だし、畑仕事はやめてもらいたいが、自分で育てた薬草で薬作るのが好きなんだよな。
So she gets it from him.
姉さん、薬屋連れてきた。早く。この匂い。
Whoa.
水を持ってきて。
Wow, that's crazy.
倒れていたのは妓女とその客。部屋には酒とタバコの匂いが充満していた。
Yeah, there's like tobacco everywhere. There's a pipe there. There's all this evidence.
わかった。
She's got that look. She did it.
親父は1の情報から2も3も知ることができる人間だ。
So he is the master.
飲んだら逆効果だろ。
そうだね。でも、もしこれが最初から水に溶かしたものであったなら
Even the dynamic between her and her father is really interesting too.
何やってる邪魔しないで
Wow. Headbutt.
彼はもともと問題の多い客だったの。妓女に甘い言葉をかけて身請けをほのめかしては飽きたら捨てるを繰り返す。
So he's a jerk.
それで心中騒ぎとなれば召喚としては頭が痛い話ですね。
These are really complex situations.
マオマオ、憶測で物を言っちゃいけないよ。
親父はもう真相に気づいているんだろう。
He's like, yep, I know everything.
これは心中じゃない。殺人だ。
Murder?
怪しまれることなく妓女は下の層だけを麦わらで飲んでみせた。
And then he drank the whole thing, or at least the top layer.
自分も死んでしまえば元も子もない。
Man, everybody tries to poison each other in this show. But the guy's okay though, so we didn't really succeed.
男を手遅れにするためにわざわざ医者ではなく薬屋を訪ね、親父を呼ぶのにも時間をかけた。
Oh, he didn't survive because we also had hush money. Okay.
怪しいと思ったらいくらでも怪しいと思えてしまう。もしやみんな。
Yeah, I feel like it's so easy to miss like the smallest little details, so I have to pay extra attention to this stuff.
あの妓女がどうなるのかはわからない。ドラ息子が毒を飲まされたと訴えるかもしれないし、逆に召喚。
He is alive. Okay, so sometimes the way they word things, that was a little confusing. Because she like worded something to make it sound like that he did die.
ねえめえ姉ちゃん。
Jesus.
もう帰っちゃうなんて残念だわ。 ねえリハク様。
いや実に残念。
おかげで次の身売り先が決定である。
We're gonna try to get him to go next time.
応接室で待っているぞ。
He's all mad. Someone needs to explain to her the hairpin thing, though.
なんだか態度が悪い気がする。にしても、なぜ二人きりなんだ。
So uncomfortable.
リハクっていうのはどういう男なんだ。
なぜに名前を知っている？
He knows everything.
お前、それをリハクってやつに払ったのか。
ええ、一夜の夢に喜んでおりました。
Oh, don't word it like that.
大変ご満足いただけたようで、こちらとしても頑張った甲斐がありました。
Oh, you just destroyed him. Look at his face. He's gone. Obviously, they had fun listening to that, but they were also kind of like, you fumbled that so hard. I'm starting to kind of see why sometimes I get a little confused with the story here and there, which is also another reason why I will try not to film too many episodes in a row, having the wrong idea. Because sometimes I'll get the wrong idea about something and then you guys will set me straight. So I will need to rely on you for that for sure. Because I thought that guy was alive and then they worded it in a way in which it sounded like he was dead. And then they worded something, another sentence later on that sounded like he was alive again. So I had the right idea. It's a little hard with this show for me to make some assumptions because usually most of my assumptions are wrong. I have to double back on so many things. But yeah, we seem to lean into a lot of poison related stories. We got some variations on which there are different ways a poison can be administered, and then so there's definitely like a whole like mystery element to it, but again, just the level of detail, and they're just really small simple details too, but there's so many of those little things within these stories. It's like whoever wrote this is like very OCD almost, describing the layering of the drinks and how we are going to drink the bottom layer first and then administer the top layer and then plant evidence and then drink a little bit of the top layer ourselves, only to, you know, just enough to get us sick but not kill us. It's just very like tedious types of details that are in there. But I'm glad we got to finally go back and see her father. I actually expected a bit more of an emotional reaction other than just like, oh hey, you're back. But maybe that's also a bit of a testament that they're just used to her being in danger or just constantly being in sticky situations, but maybe also they know that she's really capable and is able to get herself out of really bad situations like that. But it's cool to see how smart her father is. I didn't realize he was also an apothecary, just an older, more experienced one, and it was interesting to see just the difference between his level and hers, because up to this point we would think that Maomao is actually quite good, and she is, but she's still, I wouldn't even necessarily call her a novice, but she's just still like on a lower level than her father. Her father just kind of sees something and just like, yep, seen that before, been around for a while, so we aren't new to this. And, you know, he figured out the whole plot halfway through the episode. I was curious about what was going on in this part of her world. I'm glad we got to revisit it. But again, it feels like a lot of these episodes are very standalone. They might give us a little hint about what the next case is for the next episode. Otherwise, these are just very standalone episodes, and I feel complete after every episode. Another great couple of episodes, but that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I'll see you next time.